Vanity, young and
Welcome to the Lady Whistleblower Show with Dr. Gordon. We fearlessly uncover the truth.
what is wrong with humanity? Who not kill, bow out and a sell them soul for vanity? Young and old pick up things pan them head and can't manage it. Me beautiful country, them a damage it. God bless Jamaica. Watch the man I know I'm representing for OBC radio station. The only station where I entertain the nation. People, tune in and don't move on the dial. This is the only radio station when I live in denial. Check, check, check. Ha. You know it's I'm representing for Dr. Jermaine, the voice for the voiceless. OBC radio station brings you nothing but niceness. Big up all of the listeners and all of the fans, them, the loyal ones, them. Jamaica was a good island, but by the governments, them it get spoiled, man. Them raise up the price, pan the sugar, the high man. Behind closed door after the poor, them a smile, man. Them a pressurize the yellows and the juvenile, man. Them not provide no job, that's why the youth them get vile, man. Poverty make them get angry and wild, man. And start rap, kill and kidnap people, child, man. Pull on the Jermaine, when they read him pass for a while, man. Can't believe I saw Jamaica really get the high, man. I love Jamaica, my country me not degrade, but me have to speak my mind, yes. In Jamaica me no like where you gone, the governments them not perform. In Jamaica me no like where you gone, too much people have face sufferation. Dr. Jermaine no like where you gone, every day you hear another life gone. And if you want a valid information, tune into OBC radio station. You think of that? Alright, me say, who feels it knows, who feels it knows. Dr. Jermaine tell them, enough time we gonna be made hungry. We could have gone nowhere till we shot our clothes. And me say, who feels it knows, who feels it knows. Growing up, my life wasn't easy. Believe me, it wasn't a bed of rose. Watch I know, you know much time me go to school without no lunch money. Leave the house without no breakfast in a me tummy. But as I reach 11 o'clock, I need that who turn up at the school gate with the lunch, no me mommy. Sometimes she turn up with nothing at all. A Dr. Jermaine if you buy me something from the stall.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Welcome to the Lady Whistleblower Show. I just want to check, is my audio, is my voice clear out to everyone? Happy Sabbath, happy Sabbath. Okay. Sound check verified. Now today, we want to welcome you all and to the Lady Whistleblower Show. The Lady Whistleblower Show. We ask that you like, share, and subscribe to the platform. What we're going to talk about today, it's very touching. And we'll have a gentleman, Mr. Kelvin Chambers, will be joining us shortly. Ladies and gentlemen, I am your host, Dr. Jermaine Gordon. Welcome to the Lady Whistleblower Show. And to you, our esteemed whistlees, as your host, I am honored to have you join us here on OBC Radio Station, OBC Radio Instagram, OBC Radio Facebook page, and here on OBC Radio YouTube channel, where we fearlessly uncover the truth and shed light on important issues around our beloved land of Jamaica. Before we do so, allow me to welcome those of you who are joining us for the first time and kindly request that you like, share, and subscribe to our channel. We advise that you turn your notification on so you won't miss us. Last but not least, follow us on all our social media platforms at OBC Radio and visit us on the World Wide Web at www.obcradio.com, where you can listen to our radio. Remember to download our radio app to your phone and stay updated. The app is free and easy to use. Chat with any one of our DJ or host. Make your song requests or shout out to our friends and family from the app. Always remember, a winner never quit because quitters never win. In today's show, this episode, we're going to talk about the tragic loss and unanswered questions. This story of Mr. Kelvin Chambers. The Lady Whistleblower Show will be shedding light on the heart-wrenching ordeal of Kelvin Chambers, a grieving husband, a father, a brother who recently lost his wife, Miss Pagann Chambers, under distressing circumstances. This piece delves into the event following the birth of their son at Kingston Jubilee Hospital on January 6, 2024, when the complication arose leading to the tragic loss of Mrs. Chambers during a medical procedure. Kelvin Chambers courageously shared his account on the fateful day, recounting the distressing phone call from the hospital, the subsequent surgery, and the devastating loss of his beloved wife. Additionally, we'll be touching the unsettling speculation of foul play surrounding Mistress Chambers' untimely passing, leaving us pondering the unsettling possibilities of wrongdoing. I'll be also illuminates the immense challenge Mr. Chambers now faces as a single father to three young sons, gaping with emotional weight of their profound loss and the daunting task of raising a newborn without his wife by his side. Throughout this episode, Mr. Kelvin Chambers resiliently and unwavering committed to seeking the truth for his late wife shines through as he calls for support and information from the community to uncover the circumstances surrounding his wife's tragic demise. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Lady Whistleblower Show. Today's episode is one that touches the heart deeply and call for justice, where we are joined by a man who has recently faced unimaginable tragedy. Mr. Kelvin Chambers allow me to just add Mr. Chambers. Good evening, Mr. Chambers.
Thank you for having me, sir.
You're welcome. Bear with me a sec. We just want to express our deepest condolence to you, Mr. Chambers.
Yes, sir.
On January 6, 2024, a joyous event occurred in your life with the birth of your handsome baby boy at Kingston Jubilee Hospital. However, this joy was short-lived. Can you walk us through what happened after your wife, Miss Pagan Chambers, gave birth?
Okay. Okay. On the 6th of January, 2024, my wife, Pagan Chambers, I took her down to Jubilee Hospital the 6th of January, that is Saturday morning, minutes to 6. She delivered birth of his a son, 9, around 17 minutes past 9. So when she had the baby, 17 minutes past 9, I was home trying to get our phone, not getting through to our phone. So in the 3 o'clock Saturday afternoon, the doctor called my sister phone and said, I must make it down to Jubilee Hospital right now, like now. So my sister can come give me a say to the doctor, but doc, I really live in far, so it'll take me some time to reach down there. Anyway, I get a car and I reach down there minutes after 5. So when I reach down there, I go straight to the emergency room. So see when I went to the emergency room, I see my wife on the machine. They don't know nothing at all. So the doctor said to me that so I said, Doc, what's the problem? When my wife on the machine, he said that she have the baby after 9 and she keep on bleeding. So she have to carry her go to the theater and remove her womb. So she remove her womb. So I said, what time I take her to the theater? He said, minutes after 2, she take her to the theater, remove the womb, and that's it. So then the doctor said to me that I leave down there minutes to 8. So he said, if anything worse, I will call you. But if everything all right, you can come tomorrow morning, Sunday morning, if everything okay. All right, I get a call minutes to 3 Sunday morning. Say I must come down by the Jubilee Hospital and took somebody with me. You understand? So I charter a car, went by the hospital. The doctor said to me, Mr. Chambers, I explained some stuff to you since night about your wife. He said, you can remember anything what I said to you? I said, yes. You said she was bleeding constantly and you have to take her to the theater room and remove the womb. That's it. So she was bleeding through her mouth, her ears, her nose, her eyes, all of her body. She was bleeding. So that's the end of my wife. You can call them.
Mr. Chambers,
Yes, sir.
um, are you hearing me clearly?
Yeah, I'm hearing you now, sir. Hearing you clearly.
Could you walk us through that afternoon when you went to the hospital?
All right. So when I went to the hospital in the afternoon, some minutes after 5, when I went down there, the doctor turned to me and said that Mr. Chambers is the wife, you're the husband of Miss Pagan Chambers. I said, yes, doc. He turned to me and said, your wife is here, but she's very, 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 very sick and she can die. I said, doc, what do you mean? So she's very, very sick and she can die. He said, yes, because she have the baby. And from she have the baby, she keep constantly bleeding. So I have to.
Mr. Chambers, hold a sec. Yeah, keep the phone right where you are now. Right. Keep the phone right where you are now. But turn where the light. There's a light. Turn around. Turn. Yes, that light. We want that sunlight. Turn facing the light. Put the camera behind the light. No, the other way.
That's okay?
Okay. You're sitting on a chair, right?
Right, right.
Yes.
I want me to stand?
No, if you could move the chair out more to the sun. Yeah.
All right. Go about this
No,
way.
no, that sun that's shining. Turn around. I want the camera to be shining on the camera to be the phone. I want the sun to be shining on the back of your camera.
All right. Okay, okay, nice. I get
So
it. All right. Like this, all right? The sun coming from that way.
there
Hold
you
on,
go.
sir. The sun coming from this way. All right,
There you go.
right.
There you go. Now we want you to walk us through that afternoon after you receive the call. I know that must be a terrifying call for you to receive that afternoon. I want you to walk us through when you went into the hospital. What took place?
Okay. When I get the call from the doctor, I must come straight to the emergency room. I went to the security and I explained to her. So she direct me and say, yeah, can go up and somebody, a doctor will take you to the emergency room. So when I went up there, a doctor come to me and say, you is the husband of Miss Pagan Chambers. I said, yes, doc. He said, well, the wife is here. Um, I said, okay. But it's, first he said to me, but she's here, but she's very, 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 very sick. And she can die. But because she have the baby, from have the baby constantly bleeding, so we take her to the emergency room and remove the womb. Understand? So when I went, I see her on the machine, don't know nothing. So me whisper in her ears and say, if you're hearing me, hold her hand and say, if you're hearing me, what I'm saying to you, don't squeeze my hand. There's no life in her to squeeze my hand. So the doctor turned to me and said, all right, look, I'm leaving down there, I leave first. So I leave in the hospital minutes after 8 in the night. So he turned to me and said, all right, if anything worse, I will call you, contact you. But if everything all right, you can come in tomorrow morning. So Saturday night around minutes after 3, she called me and said, I must come to the hospital, Jubilee Hospital, but I must get a friend or a family member with me when me coming down. Me alone don't come. So when I reached down there around 5 o'clock Sunday morning, I said the same doctor and he come to me and said, Mr. Chambers, it's a sad news. You remember what I said to you? I said, yes, doctor. I said, they take her to the emergency room for she was bleeding and remove the womb. He said, yes. Well, he said, all right. Well, her heart failed and she passed out. Yes.
Again, my condolence to you, and it's very, I know you must be going through a lot right now, and just hearing the words, I mean, they're like piercing my ears. It send shockwaves through my body, and I'm trying my best to contain myself. Uh, you said you went to the hospital. Your wife,
Yes, sir.
okay. On the 6th of what? On the 6th of January, when your
Yes,
baby,
sir.
when your son was born, were you there? You went and visit?
I went and visited the 7th.
On the 7th.
He was at the nursery,
Did you saw your wife?
die.
So after the birth, after she gave birth, okay, what date was it that you got the call?
The 6th, she went down minutes to 6 in the morning and give birth after minutes after 9, same Saturday morning.
So she gave birth the same Saturday morning.
Right.
Did she have vaginal birth or a C-section?
Not a C-section, sir.
It's not a C-section.
Right.
So she have natural birth.
Yes, sir, natural birth.
During her pregnancy, did she have a full-term birth, premature, or 9 months birth?
Just 9 month births. 5 kids, 9 months birth.
9 months birth. During her pregnancy, she had any sickness apart from the normal morning sickness, emotional trauma? You know, it's your wife. She have kids. You have seen with you have a 5-year-old and an 8-year-old with her. So yeah, was with this pregnancy, was there any alarming sickness throughout the 9 months of her pregnancy?
No, sir. From the Friday before she have baby, before she have the Friday, when I went to the Jubilee clinic, she told me that when I come back from out the clinic, and I said, B, well, inside so long, man. He said, the doctor said that he was checking her up and burst the head water, but she could check the head doctor. Him could monitor, admit her and monitor her, but make him call the head doctor. So instead he call the head doctor said that she must go home and come back the 8th, that's the Monday, the 8th at 8 a.m. in the morning. But when she went home back, she rubbed her belly and said to her mother, Mommy, rub my belly for me, no, Mommy, rub my belly for me, my belly don't feel right. So in the morning, Saturday morning, she wake up in pain. So I took her down. So she don't have to wait until the 8th, but then give them to the 8th. She went down from the 6th. So I carried down by Jubilee Clinic the 5th. And she went down back to have the baby the 6th.
So she had the baby on the 6th, natural
Right.
birth,
Natural birth.
bouncing baby boy. The baby have no illness. Baby has no illness
No, sir. They
because
said that when I went to look for the baby, they say have a look of blood in his urine. So around a week after, then give me the baby.
so you received the baby. So you have the baby with you now.
Right.
So it goes to show that the birth was natural. There was no
Right.
illness with the mother. And if there was any illness with the mother, it would have been passed with the baby.
Right.
You have the baby at home with you.
Yes, sir.
So after the birth of your son, They called you and told you that your wife was bleeding. You saw she was bleeding.
No, sir.
You didn't witness any bleeding of what they were
When
talking about.
what I said, sir, I can break it down. When they called me, said that I must come to the theater room. When I go to the theater room, I go at the theater room, I see my wife with her belly split across. Her lower part of her belly split across. And she on the machine.
Your wife was a split was a surgery was across her stomach
Yes, they removed the womb from there.
because they removed the womb.
Right.
What was the reason for them to remove her womb?
So that's the only solution. I have to stop the blood, stop the bleeding.
Would you allow us to speak with the doctor, Mr.
Yes,
Chambers?
sir. Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Okay. We're gonna after this interview, we're gonna get you with our producer. Where would have you sign some information as in allowing us to speak with the doctor, because there's questions that I would want to ask the doctor, and I'm quite sure there are questions that you want to be answered.
Right.
Here, a bouncing baby boy. How many pounds?
I think it's 8.5 pounds.
8.5 pounds. 1 week after you have the child.
Right.
And it's a possibility, high possibility, you could have gotten the child sooner, but because the mother died.
Right. Yes, yes, for sure.
Now, your wife went to the hospital throughout her 9 months pregnancy. No alarming sickness.
No sickness, sir.
And the doctor wants you to believe that after the birth of your son, she started to bleed from her ears and her nose, which lead for them to remove her womb.
Yes, sir. They say she was bleeding. They said to do a local stitching not working. So they have to remove the womb to stop it. But they don't stop her. She died.
They tried to do a stitching where?
Must have vagina or something or what. So they don't explain. I said, try to look a local stitching down there.
Okay, which goes to show that she have vaginal birth.
Right.
Okay. Would like to find out from the doctors, and these are questions that do you have I know we spoke earlier, and I would like for you to, do you have an independent doctor looking into this matter?
Yes, sir.
Could you walk us through what has why the delay and what was the reason for you to reach out to us?
All right. They give me a date for the autopsy to done on the 31st of January. 31st of January. They give me I have the letter, what they give me right now. So they called me back on the 30th date of January and said that they're not gonna allow to do the autopsy for my wife. Don't do a COVID test. They have to do a COVID test on the body before the autopsy can done. For my doctor give me a letter. I get a letter from my doctor to carry down there. So I get the letter down there. So
But
everything's changed.
this was before you have a doctor. And the
Um,
reason the reason why you went
the,
and get an independent doctor because they held up the autopsy and said they wanted to do a COVID test.
all right. Listen,
No, I'm asking.
when no sir, I suspect something not going on straight. I think now I don't get they said doctor supposed to have a meeting with me also. I get the doctor number from him, and I was calling, no answer. Then they must come in the Friday after that. I don't remember the date right now, but it's the Friday after the death of my wife, 10 a.m. I went no meeting, no calling, no answer, nothing at all. So when the COVID test now supposed to do, so I get a letter from my doctor, but after me, they then give me the letter from to do the COVID test. I get a doctor. The doctor give me a letter to come back down there. So they cancel the date of that COVID test. And so they have to do a COVID test on the body before autopsy can go through.
So they wanted to do. They signed off to do you signed off for an autopsy to be done on the 31st of January, which passed.
Right, right,
And on the 30th, you got notified from the doctor that they won't do the autopsy until they want you to sign off on getting a COVID test to be done on the deceased, your
right,
deceased
right.
wife.
Yes, sir. So they call me back now, let me know me can come in for the letter for the autopsy to done the 15th of this month.
Which is the 15th of February.
Yes, sir. That is Thursday coming.
So this is after now you get an independent doctor and the doctor reach out to them.
I don't know if doctor reach out to them, but they give me a
You
date now
say
for the 15th.
you say you got a letter from your doctor and you took it to them.
Right, right.
Okay, so now they give you a date. Now this is very alarming that your wife had natural birth.
Yes, sir.
The allegations are from the hospital that your wife was having bleeding from her ears and her nose.
Right.
And because she was having so much bleeding, even at one point they had was to stitch the vagina. Now, I would want to know what bleeding from the vagina has to do with bleeding from the nose and the ears, which you have no knowledge to this. These are allegations from the doctors. Now, what I find very alarming, you signed off on an autopsy to be done, and a day before the autopsy to be done, they tried to let you know that, oh, you got to sign a letter for her to find out if your deceased wife, to get a COVID test.
Right.
Now, I find that very alarming because from what I know, if it is that they said the test done and she's COVID positive, and the fact that she was vaccinated, which we spoke about, she's going to be tested positive for COVID. Now, it's very alarming that the doctor, the day before the autopsy, they would want to run a COVID test. Because from what I know, and this is factual information, anyone can go and check it. If it is that they found out that she's positive for COVID, they will list it as a COVID death. So therefore, no autopsy will be done. Wonder if you get where I'm going.
Yes,
This
sir.
is why I find it very alarming that the day before the autopsy, they required a COVID test. Good thing you got an independent doctor. And you got an independent doctor
Yes, sir.
to send them a letter. Now, the independent doctor, what's the doctor name?
Oh, I think, I think I want to. I
You
think I
don't
should
want to?
call him name. No, don't want to call him name.
Okay. What I would advise you to find out if the independent doctor who you, and I'm going to tell you why I'm saying this. I want you to find out if the independent doctor have any affiliation with the Jamaica Labour Party. And reason why I said this, the reason why I said this, we have a lady who called and had not one but two of her grown children organs was stolen from the body. And it took months for her to even get them. And she got an independent doctor, but who was also involved in these things. And it's very alarming that people have been complaining about they going to the hospital, waking up and find out that the kidney's gone without the knowledge, the womb's gone. There are reports made of organs
45,
harvesting
50.
going on. So we want to make sure that this is not a situation where we have having organs taken from your wife's body to be sold to the highest bidder. We really and truly sorry for what you're going through. No one should be going through this. And we need these, Mr. Chambers need answer. The public need answers. Too much. This is 1, 2, 3, 4 many. Things that going on. Indeed, it's a heartbreaking situation. It's a heartbreaking situation. And I know you find yourself as a single father of 3 boys, age
Yes,
8,
sir.
5, and your newborn. Tell them to hold. How are you coping with all of this, Mr. Chambers?
Well, sir, it's really nice, you know. Honestly, it don't nice, but as a man, it ain't really nice at all. It don't nice. It don't nice. You know, it don't nice.
It's a
Yeah,
position no one should ever be in, Mr. Chambers. Your
that's
strength is
also
commendable, and we all stand with you in your quest for truth.
right.
Is there anything you would like to say to our viewers?
Well, I just want to say that so I thank you all, you know, thank you all for looking out for my interests, you know. Be honest, I really need some answers, but I thank you, sir, if you reach out for me. I really appreciate it. All right.
Thank you, Mr. Chambers. We'll be following this story closely and will provide any updates as they become available.
Yes, sir.
If you would like to support Mr. Chambers and his son during this difficult time, we will be sharing details on how you can help after the show. Ladies and gentlemen, let's not forget the gravity of this situation and the need for a thorough investigation. It is crucial that we seek justice for Miss Pagan Chambers and provide support for her family left behind. Thank you for joining us here on the Lady Whistleblower Show. Before we go, let me just get up close and personal with the viewers and hear what they're saying. And we welcome you here, Mr. Chambers. We
You're
do have
welcome,
you as a
sir.
whistlee.
Okay.
Sue McDuffie, good afternoon. Said happy Sabbath, happy Sabbath. Sharon Thompson. Garth Harriet said blessed Sabbath. Max Rame, in Jamaica, enough beautiful things happening. Tourists, come and enjoy yourself. Oh, that's a sarcastic tone. Max Rame, tell Andrew Holness to stop thief and share the wealth. A little low but can hear. Blessed Dr. Gordon. Lance McNeil. When in Jamaica is have the wealth to share. Okay. The past is the past. I was looking for him to make a change, but him surprised me. Guess the ranking on the Prime Minister. Lance McNeil, Angela. So many women are dying. Angela said so many women are dying in childbirth and nobody's is very alarmed. It's nobody's alarmed by it. Well, I find it very alarming, Angela. Listening to this man's story now, God Harriet. Oh. Afterbirth is a big business overseas. Oh, yes. That's what I'm saying. Was it the womb or the afterbirth that they said they took out Mr. Chambers?
The womb.
The womb. Hmm.
They say if they remove the womb, it bleeding will stop. And it still don't stop. So I don't know why they remove it. I still don't stop.
Hmm. Good afternoon. Lyris Beckford said very sad. How can they operate on her after losing so much blood? They kill that woman. That's another thing. If what they're saying is true. And you know what? Another thing that I find alarming, I don't want to show those personal documents to the public. But there is no, normally viewers, when you get your birth certificate or the child's, that little pink slip, the doctor name would be on it. No name is on this one. Just a little signature scratch there. No name is onto it. What are they hiding? The public need to know. You should get also an attorney on this, Mr. Chambers. And we won't rest on this. We'll
Okay, sir.
definitely continue. I'm out. Make sure we get black and white where I can speak on this for you.
Okay, sir.
Karen said, my sympathy goes out to you, young man. Never hear nothing like this before. When you're poor and can't get a big lawyer like defend you like how Joel and Sylvia get. God, you don't have to kill a woman to get her afterbirth. Right, because the afterbirth is passed out. So they really took out the womb. God said, do you know that even in our sweets, they are human particles? Midwife friends say it pure careless things the doctor them do. When you buy chewing gum, read what in it. Even vaccine of human particles. Did you do an autopsy to find out what went wrong? No, the autopsy is on the 15th of this month.
Right, yes, sir.
And you said your doctor would be there, independent doctor.
Yes, sir.
You should definitely, I would tell you, find out if that doctor have any affiliation, because it's the Jamaica Labour Party is in government right now and they're covering up a lot right across the board. So find
Right.
out if that doctor have any affiliation with the Jamaica Labour Party. And I would also advise you to get a doctor that you know is a PNP doctor right now.
Okay.
Yes, you want not just one opinion, two opinion, but three opinions on this matter, because too much of this has been going on. They say God can Google it. Andrea Joan Wilson, good afternoon. High blood pressure, diabetes, or anything was going on. She had any high blood pressure, any diabetes?
No, sir. Not at all.
Never heard of, somebody said, never heard of bleeding
Ne-
through the nose and ears, and it doesn't sound like something, it doesn't sound like something went wrong. Cover up going on. Right, because if something went wrong with during the birth of the child would born sickly, something, because guess what? There's something that would be going on with the child. Something, so of course, there's some cover. It's very alarming, Karen. Don't sign, Karen said, don't sign anything when you go to see the doctor. Get an attorney to be with you. I would advise you to get an attorney. Before you go on the 15th, get an attorney. PNP. Now is the time, because it's the best time now to attack, because election coming up. We're gonna see if we can get an attorney, and the public also. A lot of an attorney in the People's National Party. I know one of them will quickly to grab onto this for political gain, which it would benefit Mr. Chambers. We need answers to what's going on, because he have to deal with the burial of his wife. And after the wife burial, he still have an 8-year-old son, a 5-year-old son, and a newborn baby as a single father. COVID test is common test for all who is admitted. Yes, but she already had been admitted. So that would have done from the instant she went in, not after. Karen said, get an attorney to look over your interest. Don't go without an attorney. That's important too. Pat said, oh my God, why? I'm so heartbroken for my people. Karen said, organ removal is very prominent in Jamaica. Yes, I've heard about it. That's what's going on, organ stealing, mighty God. Somebody cry out, woe. Jamaica need a government who will look out for the people. We are tired of the corruption. All my ears and my skin standing up, and tears come to my eye. Karen, I tell you, when you listening to me, but it's piercing through the earphone of my ears, and I have to be like it. In here it's warm. I'm in Orlando, Florida, warm, hot Florida, and I was like AC was on, and it was just heart-wrenching. Pat said Jamaica need a government who will look out for the people. We are sick and tired of this corruption. I find it too something major went down with Dr. Gordon. Put up your number. The number one. But I'm gonna. Oh my God. Let me remove the number is there, right? Yeah, the number is there. Oh yes, Isaac Buchanan. Yes, you could reach out to Isaac Buchanan. Isaac Buchanan, the poor people defender. That's the same thing they did to Richard baby mother. But I'm due sorry to he bury her before he seeks some advice. Tired of the corruption, so somebody else baby mother had suffer this consequence. Now, we're not gonna be here long because I have another appointment at 1. But Mr. Chambers, we promise you here would keep up on this, and we're gonna try get in touch with ISAT. Please, people, if anybody have any contact with ISAT, reach out to ISAT and let ISAT know that this gentleman need his assistance, and please have him reach out to us. The number is 800-944-2166 or WhatsApp 917-374-4854. 1-800-944-2166 or WhatsApp 917-374-4854. Our email address is info@obcradio.com, or you can go to our website and contact us there. We thank you for being here. We thank you for your time, Mr. Chambers.
Yes,
and
sir.
we'll continue to investigate this matter. We shout out to Truly Barrington on Facebook.